Good evening, everybody. Sammy Thunder here. Welcome back to the channel. Today is a 2-for-1, showing off some pickups and doing a VR for my For Collectors buddy, John 3D80s Kid. Pickups, I got this off of eBay. I've been getting some insight from some other content creators. It's my new pickup, Tom Seaver pickup of the 1969 Top Super. Here's the back. Really nice and clean looking. I was told that this set is a test set that was issued. And comparatively, these are a little more challenging to find. There's also, for the Seaver, there's a square issued print that they did in 69 as well. That's even tougher to find. That one's really challenging. So it's my next quest, but this is a fun one to find. Definitely send this in at some point. These came from a subscriber of mine named Mike P. Not Petty, but there's a subscriber. I don't want to share his last name just for his privacy, but Mike P. sent me these two cards. This AGFA Limited Edition Series Tom Seaver. This was issued in 1990 as part of a bigger set. Uses the same photo from his 68 and 69. And here's a Topps Chrome that he sent me of the classic 68 set design in chrome fashion. Very cool piece. So, and Mike wrote me something here. This is, I recently picked up two of the AGFA Seavers and thought you might want one. It looks like the photo from the 68 Seaver cropped and reversed. I included the Topps Chrome as well. I enjoy your videos, and maybe I'll see you again in Strongsville in 2025. So, yeah, Mike, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate these two cards. They'll go into a box that I have of all different types of Seaver cards. So these will make great additions. I don't have either one of these. And really cool. I love when they use the same photo from the 68 and 69. I guess, you know what, they look different. This is the 60... This might be the 69 photo, because I think these two look different, unless they're reversed. I can't tell. I mean, in terms of if they're the same. If Seaver took these at two different times or not. I think they might be two different photos that were taken. But anyway, going off topic. So thank you again, Mike. I appreciate it, man. And I wanted to show you guys this real fast before I go into the VR for John. This was given to me by Mike from Fishkill, who runs the show there. And he gave this to me. It was a really nice, generous gift, because he knows I love collecting a lot of the pre-war guys, or like Mathewson and such. Here's a checklist from this. This is the 1984 Renata Galasso. I know Renata. I don't know if it's Galasso or Galasso, but she did this set, original oil paintings by Ron Lewis, and did these prints of all these different pre-war guys from 36 to 46 Hall of Famers. And I'll show you, obviously, my favorite. Let me see if I can find him. Here we go. I'll show you a couple. But obviously, got Maddie in there. Great looking print. And it has a little background information. His statistics on the bottom, when he was entered in the Hall of Fame in 36. Here is Cy Young. Same deal. 37, the year after. Here's Tris Speaker. Here we have Nap Lajoie. Walter Johnson. Couldn't do it without the Babe as well. Sorry, it's blurry. And finally, Ty Cobb. I almost said Cy Young. Ty Cobb. They're part of a big set. It's kind of cool. And it's like apparently one of 10. This is just one set out of 10,000 that were made. It's a really cool little set. I like these these different decal edge cards. So let's talk about John, 3D80s kid. John asked us to create a VR that talks a little bit about our channel history and goals and how how we've come from video 1 all the way to where we are now. And I can say this much, that when I first got back into the hobby again and started creating content, my goal was to be a set builder and was to build sets. And I started with the 65 because I really liked the aesthetic of it. And I thought that it was reasonably priced, where I was able to acquire a lot of big names. Some of the big rookie cards were like Joe Morgan, Steve Carlton. I'm sure I'm missing some other names, like Tony Perez was in there. And so those cards were not outrageously expensive. You can find them reasonably priced. And then you also, had Mickey Mantle, Willie Mays, Clemente, and obviously those cards went for a good price. But the fun thing about it was I kind of kept the set building open in terms of condition. I was not focusing exclusively on, getting X-Mint or very good, excellent or whatever. I just kind of went with, I wanted to complete it. So that was, at that time, my goals were to become a set builder and to see bookshelves of binders over time. And I did the 65, I did the 69, I did the 59, or most of the 59, I think. And so, but then my collection preferences started changing, and I became more of a rookie card collector. I wanted to collect rookie cards of some of the big names. So started buying the Frank Robinson 57, the Brooks Robinson 57, Sandy Koufax 55, Hank Aaron, as you can see, 54, Clemente 55, the whole 9 yards. And that was fun for a time. And then I started thinking, well, there's just so much. There's so many rookie cards out there. There's so many variations and so many different options so many different avenues you can go down. And so I started seeing what B-Roth was doing, Dom Stevens Sports Cards, what he was doing, and these guys like to kind of focus exclusively on certain players, and in B-Roth's case, it was just one player. And I thought, well, that can help streamline my collection down, keep me focused, keep me driven, and just consistently looking for only cards of these 4 players: Mathewson, Mays, Seaver, and Nolan Ryan. And so now that's kind of where my focus is, and I will always keep my eye out for some of the Topps cards or Bowman cards or what have you. But really, I like collecting some of the other cards that are out there. The Coca-Cola Tips card I love. Just the Stahlmeyers are awesome. Got the Topps 69 Super. Just because they're really unique, they're different, and I really just appreciate them for the aesthetic of it. So that's one thing that has remained the same for me since I started my channel, since day one, is that I've always appreciated and admired the aesthetic of a card, the design of the card, the way the player is presented on the card, everything kind of gets put into perspective that way for me, and I make a decision based on those criterias. So I think that's kind of where my mind is at now. I mean, you can kind of see that a lot of it is focused primarily on player collecting. So you got Mays, Mathewson here. This row, obviously, I kind of showcase some of the big names, like Mickey Mantle, Hank Aaron, Roberto Clemente. I kind of stepped a little bit outside, and I thought, I want to have a premier card of at least one premier card of each of those guys. So I mean, Hank Aaron's rookie, Clemente's rookie, and then you have Mickey Mantle's 56, which is iconic. And excuse me, and I kind of stepped a little outside as well. As you guys know, I'm starting to collect the portraits of all the T206 New York Giant players. So getting the Mathewson and then the Merkle there, and then on the bottom you see my Seaver run, and I kind of made an exception. I got the portrait of the Addy Joss because I just love his story. It's sad that he passed away so young. But anyway, that's kind of where my channel's going. And then goals going forward, I think I just kind of mentioned it. The portrait collection. I want to build the Giants. The Bazooka 68 Seaver is always on my mind. And yeah, at this point, I mean, the maze stuff, I'm happy with my maze collection as it is right now. I mean, the Home Run Derby card would be great, but I know how outrageously expensive it is. So I'm kind of just going in with an open mind now when I go to a card show. When it comes to maze, if I see something that strikes me, I'll make a decision based on how I feel about the card and if will it fit with what I'm looking for, and kind of go with that. And the Mathewson, I always have a long Mathewson list. I mean, the Mile High auction right now has something that I really want, but I know it's just going to be out of my price range. So we'll see. But yeah, my goals are kind of open right now. I kind of just go to card shows with an open mind and see what I can find. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Enjoy your weekend. Congrats again, John. And thank you for putting this on. So see you guys soon. A lot to look forward to. Take care.